Another video of Pete Hegseth has been unearthed and gone viral. I think this is like the third one. How many of these are there? And they're totally contrary to everything Pete Hegseth has said this past week. We also have a lawsuit that's come out. Donald Trump has been slapped with. The White House is reeling about this. And Donald Trump shared a private text message that Rand Paul sent him saying, I know we have been at odds recently, but in your first term, you signed an executive order to legalize association health plans, blah, blah, blah. It involves Costco. Remember that for later. And it did not succeed because Dem AGs fought in court. We could pass it in Congress with your help. I don't know why. Literally posted it. He's like a teenage girl. Posted it with no context. Just posted that. Do you think Rand Paul knew he was doing that? I don't know if Grandpa even is aware of what day it is, let alone what he's posting on the internet. Regardless, I just think all of this stuff matters. And I have to say, I don't hate me. I watch cable news, okay? I feel like it's part of my job. I should know what people are talking about, even if no one watches cable news anymore. The elites still watch it, and it's important for me to know what the elites are paying attention to. I'll tell you what they're not paying attention to. They're not paying attention to the fact that Donald Trump fell asleep during his cabinet meeting yesterday. And here's just a bit of this.
War started, it never would have happened if you'd been president. But this war is going on, and the president is trying to end it, not because, listen, we got a million things to focus on.
Literally fell asleep. Now, I think this is a big deal. What the mainstream media has focused on is instead that racist attack he made on Somalians. But Donald Trump is very, very intentional sometimes. And he knows what can get the media to light up. And so he's done that because he doesn't want us looking at certain things. He doesn't want us looking at the fact that he has just pardoned one of the biggest cocaine dealers in the world. He doesn't want us to look at the fact that he's falling asleep in meetings. And I have to say, I feel like that is a bigger deal than him making a racist attack. I mean, I think, unfortunately, the racism is kind of baked in. And I do think that this, to me, puts us more at danger. The fact that the president of the United States can't even stay awake during a meeting where, by the way, they were just glazing him up. I don't know about you. If I'm getting compliments, it kind of amps me up. Doesn't make me fall asleep. So the fact that he couldn't even stay awake when people were telling him good things about himself is very, and also he's not doing anything. He's just sitting down for a meeting in front of cameras. So if he's doing that in front of cameras, what's he doing behind cameras, behind closed doors when the cameras are off? That's what I'd like to know. And I do think it's a major issue. It's one the mainstream media should be focusing on. I just think we have to be smarter. It's year 20 million of this shit. And Donald Trump says offensive things because he knows offensive things get attention. But it's this stuff right here that I think should be the crisis. And I know in my heart of hearts, if Joe Biden were to have fallen asleep during a cabinet meeting, people would be calling for his impeachment and for him to resign immediately. But for this, it's just background noise. I will never understand it. And of course, here's Donald Trump talking about Biden not being able to fall or not being able to stay awake.
Yeah. He has one ability I don't have. Yeah. He sleeps. He can sleep. This guy goes on a beach and he lays down on one of those, 6 ounce, they weigh 6 ounces and you can't lift it. Yeah.
Man, that's really hard to watch. Anyways, so my new rule now is Donald Trump has said it about someone else. He really is talking about himself. That's the new rule. I think that actually is should be like a law of nature, that if Donald Trump is attacking someone, it's actually something he's something he knows to be true about himself. All right, let us move on to this clip real fast of Pete Hegseth saying, what are you saying here, Pete?
I do think there have to be consequences for abject war crimes. If you're doing something that is just completely unlawful and ruthless, then there is a consequence for that. That's why the military said it won't follow unlawful orders from their commander-in-chief.
Oh my God. By the way, that was found by CNN's K-File. In case you didn't know, CNN's K-File found that. A journalist, journalism is important. We must celebrate when journalism does good things. It can't just all be bad, but that is great reporting and good for him on finding that. And it's literally exactly what those 6 senators said a week ago. Don't follow unlawful orders. That's it. Looks like he agreed 8 years ago in 2016, 9 years ago. Not now. Wonder why. Oh, if only he could meet his future self. All right, and now let's get to this other story here where Donald Trump is getting sued by a company. I can't believe it. A company is actually standing up to Trump. Of course, it's about money, but still, he's getting sued. Let's listen.
Trump, this time not over politics, but over money. The retail giant suing the Trump administration for a full refund of the tariffs they've paid on imported goods under Trump's tariff plan.
My fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day.
The administration used the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, IEPA for short, to put the tariffs in place. But now the Supreme Court will decide whether the use of this nearly 50-year-old law was unlawful. And if the High Court says yes, Costco wants its money back. And we're talking millions. Because IEPA does not clearly authorize the president to set tariffs, Costco argues, the challenged tariff orders cannot stand, and the defendants are not authorized to implement and collect them.
Yeah, baby. Costco has slapped Donald Trump with a lawsuit. And before we get into more of that reporting, I know some people are going to be like, wait a second. Why is Costco suing Trump for the money? I thought it was the consumer who pays for the tariff, not for the business. No. I mean, yes, but no. Here's what happens. Costco pays the tariff. Costco, then doing what all businesses do, is they pass down those costs to consumers. Now, I don't think Costco is doing this, but quite often what some bad businesses will do is they'll say, oh, well, since we're raising it anyway, let's just tick it up $1 or $2 more and we'll make some money on our money. Anyways, Costco is showing that this is hurting businesses. It's hurting businesses. And I love that finally a business is standing up to Trump. They're not slobbering all over him, asking how they can help pay for the ballroom or giving him gold trinkets. They're actually standing up. Well, they're standing up for their bottom line, but I suppose what's more American than that? All right, let's keep going.
The White House says, quote, the economic consequences of the failure to uphold President Trump's lawful tariffs are enormous, and this suit highlights that fact. The White House looks forward to the Supreme Court's speedy and proper resolution of the matter. That's because Trump's tariffs have so far brought in nearly $90 billion, according to U.S. Customs and Border Protection data through September. Costco is just the latest, but certainly not the only company looking for a big refund. Global cosmetics giant Revlon, motorcycle manufacturer Kawasaki, and canned food seller Bumblebee are among the companies filing similar suits. Experts say if Costco comes out on top, it could open the door for other businesses to sue the administration, but they may not all be successful.
Oh, baby, let it be successful. Let it be successful. Now, I have alleged before, because of what Donald Trump has said in the past, that I don't even think any of that tariff money exists. Here he tweeted before about 2 weeks ago. He said the U.S. Supreme Court was given the wrong numbers. The unwind in the event of a negative decision on tariffs, in other words, if they said tariffs, what he's done with the tariffs are illegal, would be including investments made to be made and return of funds in excess of $3 trillion. It would not be possible to ever make up that kind of drubbing that would truly become an insurmountable national security event and devastating to the future of our country. And I alleged that when he says the unwind in the event of a negative decision would be including investments made, like where's that money going? It's not his decision to make where that money goes, to be made and return of funds. So I allege that this man has actually already stolen the money. I think that money is tied up and we're never going to see it again. And please God, please let them rule against the tariffs. Oh, it would be the greatest comedy of comedies that the money is nowhere to be found. He's got to pay it back. What would end up happening is we actually probably just pay it from, our tax revenue. Probably. Regardless, it would be good for that to be ruled or to be struck down. For sure. So we will stay tuned on that. But Donald Trump got slapped with a lawsuit. Corporation stood up. I'll take it. I'll take that small win for the day. That very small W. Sure. Sure. I hope you have a big W today and you have a great day. And I'll see you soon. Bye.